This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On first down, Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path. A significant number.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is Josh Lambeau. He hit from 57 a year ago. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. James has got it. Complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
You think you're going to get this? Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
58, come on. 58.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Wentz now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An Eagle 1st down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. On 1st down, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing his Wentz. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this 1st quarter. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Like 20! Hey, 50! Shoot! Hey, down!
The first thrown out for the backup, Keenum. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down.
Man down! Hey, orbit! Hey, check right 57.
From the gun, here's Keenum. Able to find Isabella. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Hey, go Roger. Right over there.
Here's Jones.
Go, run.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally marked down at the 23. A big run there by Jones. 41 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Keenum. He completes it to Jones. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. To throw, it's Keenum. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got Moncrief. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Philadelphia.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Rip left, rip left.
Wentz to throw again. And this is Moncrief with a catch. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Go.
Again, it's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
He's checking.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Ready? Hey, kill. Hey, 4 toe kill.
15,
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Watch the screen.
Sunday.
The throw is Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And down inside. inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the pass, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys are excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And that'll make it 13-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 10. Keenum here again. Man open. That's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Keenum now, 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a first down. Out of the gun, Keenum. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Wentz now on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this time, he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
First down, Eagles.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Wentz again. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26.
Go. Waiting.
Wentz now on first down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the return will stop right around the 25. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, let's go, false one.
57 to Mike. Mike 57. Squeeze, double. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Working from the gun, Keenan. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
What we got?
Now Keenum gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
Check three.
Hey, take 53, 55.
Here's Keenum. Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Here we go, here we go. Louis!
Gotta get the stop here, D. Double tight, double tight. Double tight. 4 down. Check, check.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Here we go. 180!
50. It's been a long day for you.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Now he's flushed out left. Moncrief brings it in. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
This pass complete, wins to Ertz. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when your wideout gets that. When your tight end gets it, it's quite another.
We keep seeing the evolution of that position, don't we? Where we've seen where it's gone from strictly as a blocker to a guy who caught a few passes to now an integral part of the passing game, sometimes the primary receiver, because a lot of these guys have wide receiver skills, and we're seeing that on display here. Just think about the guys of the past looking back at this game and saying, sure wish that was me. I'd love to have gone out for those types of passes.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Donte Moncrief, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead.
Eagles 14. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Back to throw, Keenum. Got an open man, it's Valdes-Scantling. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Keenum. That ball complete to Isabella. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Keenum now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
All right. No doctor. Blue draw quarter.
Check the out, check the out, check the out.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ready?
Double time. Hey, 4 down.
Here's Keenum. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
52. Take 2.
Keenum to throw again. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Don't get nervous.
Again, they'll throw with Keenum. James has it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Hey, take 53, 55. Check. 22.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mike, 57. Let him know.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This will be fielded at the 8. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a big play there for the Eagles. 48 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. On play action, Wentz. Caught by Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Tight end right. Even. 4 down, even.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw is Keenum. And he rifles one incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Slam. We're good.
Keenum. This one caught by Isabella. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Keenum now to throw. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Right there. Take me out. Here we go.
On first down, Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
At the 13-yard line.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
22. 22.
Keenum. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all game. Woo! Let's get it.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
57. Mike, 57. I'm trying to collect.
From the gun, here's Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. So now it's fourth down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you've also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught by Moncrief. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
trying to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Going for it with Sanders. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Hooked there by Nick Nelson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
At the 26-yard line.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Packers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA.